The seven chakras, they are different vortex of energy in our body. They are not visible as per the physical body is concerned, but definitely they are there, which has kind of energy. We have an energy body. In energy body simply means that whenever like sometimes you feel that you have a lot of energy. You're full of energy. You're going very very excited about life and everything. Sometimes you feel that the energy is very much down. When you are down, what is the problem in the physical body? In the physical body you cannot say any problem, but in the in the energy body there is a problem. So we have an energy body also. The chakras are located in the energy body, so there are different vortex of energy. For example, there are like these seven chakras. I'll give a very brief introduction about these seven chakras. These are different ways to activate the seven chakras. Like one is the chakra meditation and the seed mantras. There are seed mantras, then there are certain frequencies, audio files which can activate it, and there are crystal therapy, there is essential oils, there are affirmations, there are certain mudras, then hand gestures are there, and there are acupressure points, there is color therapy, there is yoga exercise, there is food therapy to activate these chakras. Knowingly or unknowingly, everybody who is a food expert, they say that, okay, eat this and your this thing will become better, eat that and your this thing will become better. Somehow they are connected to your energy centers. Okay, so for example, let me start with a very basic introduction about this chakra. So there is a root chakra. A root chakra is one which is located at the base of the spine, and it is connected with survival, vitality, and your grounding. How much safe and secure do you feel about yourself, and about your near and dear ones? So it's about stability. If this chakra is located at the base of the spine. When you sit, this is the chakra almost touching to the ground. Is again, as I said, it's an energy domain. It's not physically visible, but there is an energy center. I don't know whether ever you have felt about this thing or not, but there is some energy which is rotating out there. I don't know whether you have felt something like in the spinal cord, a surge of energy, a burst of energy, sometime going up and down. Anybody have ever felt about that thing, like a burst of energy going up and down, something happening on the spinal way? Anybody who has seen that? Anybody who has seen that? Okay. uh if it is there, it's great. If it is not there, we have to do something about it. It's not something which is by default active. It has to be activated. It has to be worked upon. So when you start paying your attention to that and do the particular meditation, which we will be doing today, then you start feeling it after some time. This is the basic part of it. And then there is a if this chakra is deactive, there are a lot of physical and mental issues. For example, you can feel depression, anxiety, you will feel, may have constipation, you will feel fearful, you will feel unsafe. There are so many emotional and mental issues. For example, there may be negative thoughts going on in your mind almost every time. The thoughts of survival. What will happen if this problem, it like happens to me? What will happen if somebody insults me? What will happen if my near and dear ones are away from me? What will happen if I get any disease? What will happen in my old age? These kind of thoughts are constantly prevalent when your root chakra is deactive. you know and this is very very common scenario when I say at the worldwide level, because by God's grace I can see the chakras. And by and this, when you see to the like up, like, and when I see the people, I mean, I see the crowd, public, I can see them, I mean, around 80%, more than 80% of the people having the root chakra deactivated. And if it is deactivated, these things are very much prevalent, specifically in the time period of this corona, this epidemic. These things have become very common. The cases of depression in last 2 years have become almost 4 times. In 2019 and 2022, the cases of depression have become almost 4 times, depending on different areas of the world. And that's a general thing which I'm telling. And then anxiety, fearfulness about future, what will happen to me. If I say that your depression will be over, your anxiety will be over, if you put your attention on your root chakra, how will you feel about it? Is it that simple? You will say, oh, is it that simple? If I don't have to like have those uh, big pills with which my doctor is prescribing. No, you don't have to these pills are there for certain purpose, but they will not work on the root cause. They may suppress the symptoms, but they do not work on the root cause level. So to work on the root cause level, you have to have something. You have to have something to work on the chakras at the energy level, at the emotion level. Something you need to do, and that something is what we'll be talking about in this meditation, today's meditation. So this is the first thing that we'll start with, and how to balance that. The root chakra is our connection to the ground. The body is made up of 5 elements, and the first element which is there is a like first element is the earth element. And if you are away from the earth element, if you are not connected with the earth element, you know the chakra gets imbalanced. And most of the people are not connected to the earth element. How many times you have seen the real soil and you're walked on it, you're walked on earth barefooted? How many times? Maybe at your home's comfort, everything may be fine. But when you go out, people have forgotten that thing when you used to walk on earth. So I'm prescribing some of the prescriptions are like gardening. If you do a little bit of gardening, little bit of hiking, maybe sitting on the earth, barefooted, walking on earth, doing some yoga, exercise, some physical activity. If you do them, you are actually working on your root chakra. Once the root chakra gets balanced, you will see a lot of changes in you, and specifically the negative thinking which you are constantly having. I'm a counselor to then around maybe 20,000 counselings or so. If I talk about the conclusion of my counseling, there is no cure, not real cure, when other than the natural cure which you can have by doing the yoga and exercise and basic changing in your lifestyle. If the lifestyle is bad, if the lifestyle is not according to the nature's rule, you will definitely run into problem, and that's what has happened to most of the people. So the root chakra, once the root chakra is damaged, you get all these issues which I've just mentioned. These issues which are like very common. I'm feeling depressed, I'm feeling all negative thoughts. It's not so common, my dear. It's not so common. Why are you feeling depressed? Why are you having anxiety? Why are you constantly thinking about uh, the future things which are we may or may not happen? If you're constantly thinking in the negative, your thinking is constantly negative about your future, definitely there is some problem, some issues. And when you go to a doctor, you go to a um, like any doctor, they will always give with a lot of prescription they will give, but they will always recommend you lifestyle changes. I am recommending you those lifestyle changes right here. If you increase, how many times we actually come in contact with the soil? That's a question I asked. We do not. We are disconnected from the nature. If you go away from mother nature, you will no longer be, the things will no longer be same. So what I'm seeing is, even now people sitting out here, I can see the auras. That's what I say. Oh, please, switch on your cameras so that I can see the aura at least. That's a very basic thing. If you can understand, that's okay. If you don't understand, it's your wish. Okay, the idea is like very when we are working on these chakras, you may or may not understand this theory, but isn't it true or not? The most important thing isn't that uh, 80 more than 80% of the people are having negative thinking? Yes or no? More than 80%. Just look at your surroundings and ask these people what kind of thinking they are carrying. definitely more than 80% people are having negative thinking. So it's simply, so it's simply that it's simply that if this chakra is negative, definitely you will not feel positive. You will be having negative thoughts. So, how to deal with these negative thoughts? First of all, start changing your negative thoughts with the positive thoughts, which is called affirmations. Let me say that in my terms. Let me repeat to myself. These affirmations are the the positive sentence which I speak to myself. Say, okay, I am feeling safe. I'm always safe. I'm always safe. I'm always safe. I'm always safe. There's a way. Usually, when our mind goes negative and it's constantly talking negative, like say, oh my goodness, what will happen to when I grow old? What will happen if I get any disease? You say, I'm always safe. Change your negative thinking with this positive sentence. Repeat these sentence until you are able to overcome that. We have other ways of changing the thing, the pattern as well, but this is the most important, most basic thing. I'm writing a book nowadays. The title of that book is The Art of Talking to Yourself. The art of talking to yourself. This is that thing which I'm mentioning you right now. you know you talk to yourself in a very positive way, because the mind is constantly being driven by the media and the negative people around you, and they are saying that, hey, something will happen to you. Where will you go? You will die. This will happen to you. You may get disease and things like that. You have to change that thing. You have to constantly repeat to yourself. Your negative things have to be cut aside, and constantly change with a positive thinking. Say, I'm safe. I'm always safe. Because your mind will say, okay, I do not, my body is very bad. And you have to say yourself, you have to change that negative thinking into positive. Say, I love my body, and I'm grounded, I'm cool and calm, I'm grounded. Similarly, you may have to say to yourself, okay, I claim good health, a life loves me, and I'm financially secure, my future is secure, no need to worry, all is well. Say that. And extremely important, very, very important. So this is the first thing that you must talk about. If you are not grounded, if the root chakra is imbalanced, you will go totally out of sync. Totally. So this is the first thing. Let's work upon that. And the beach mantra, the seed mantra of this particular chakra is lam. LAM. When you repeat this seed mantra like lam, 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 what will happen? You will see a lot of changes immediately within maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Your chakra will get balanced. It will stay balanced for some amount of time, till the time you constantly fill yourself with negative thoughts again. But if you keep on repeating the positive things and do the balancing day by day, over a period of time, the chakra will strengthen. And once it gets a proper strength, definitely after that, it will not go imbalanced by simple negative thinking. So as of now, around 60-70% people sitting over here need to work on their root chakra. Balance it. It is mandatory. So let me start with that thing. There is a big theory, because we have only 1 hour, so I'm not going beyond that. And if each chakra will take a lot of time to explain the physical, the aspect of it, I may have to take other time. As of now, I think let's focus on the root chakra as of now, and do the balancing of it. So we do the repetition of the bij seed mantra, which is lam, and we constantly like lam, 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 lam. Put your attention on the region at the base of the spine, and then constantly repeat lam. When you say lam, the tongue touches to the upper palate. So lum, lum, lum. So the tongue touches to the upper palate, and the kind of vibration it carries activates the chakra at the base of the spine. There is a deep connection between this and that area. You know it very well. I don't need to explain much about that, but the idea is like, there's a connection between these two. So chanting will happen here. It will happen in your mind, and the chakra will get balanced. Let's start doing it. So as of now, I will focus on only on the root chakra, and we'll go right. So let's start.